Yes, it's happening. Shame, shame, shame. Live from Boston right now, where this is legal. Out here, this is medicine. And I'm taking full advantage of this shit, yo. What's up, people? Y'all come on in the room. We're going to talk about Frankie tonight. Old filthy Frank. Sonnet of the Cloud. What is up, Tawana? What up, what up, what up? Nah, you ain't missed nothing. I just started. You ain't missed nothing, bro. Yeah, this is legal where I'm at right now. So that's another reason I like coming home. Exactly. Peace, peace, peace. Come on in. Come on in. Y'all give me some likes when y'all come in if y'all don't mind. What's going on tonight, man? What's going on tonight is a lot of shit has been going on regarding Filthy Frankie. As predicted, get ready. As predicted, he's going through all lengths to try to save his platform. I told you guys this was going to happen. Not just me. I don't ever do that like I'm the only one. You know what I'm saying? But we've been telling y'all for a long time that this was going to happen. We was like, when it gets down to the end, down to the nitty gritty, yo, this motherfucker is going to do whatever. He's going to pull all stops because this is his livelihood now. This is his... What he done now... This clown nigga is turning into what I call his version of shock jock. Like before, what Sinetta used to do is, you know, what everybody knows. Everybody knows what he used to do. You know what I'm saying? Let's not even front. Everybody knows, peace. Everybody knows that Sinetta used to stir up debates. Basically stir up controversy. I don't even want to say stir up debates. He used to stir up controversy that led to debates. So with him stirring up controversy leading to debates, we already know what you're about. You're not about the information. You're about creating the situation. You want to create... Hold on. All right. You're about creating the situation. He wants to create a situation, exactly, a shit starter. He wants to create a situation that he can capitalize off of. And you got called out for that shit and you got caught for that shit. And so what do you do then? You start getting called out for a lot more shit. A lot of things that people start to notice. People start to notice that you're not actually trying to do anything for the community because there's no identifiable Sonetta projects in the black community, Harlem, or anywhere else as of right now. Let that sink in. As of right this second, there's not one identifiable Sonetta project. Then he's on this trip now. If y'all haven't noticed, he's on this kick of talking about he's not doing it for views and he's not doing it for money. Really? Exact. Thank you. I needed a bell for that. I really needed my bell for that. Like, he's on some kick where he expects us to believe that he's not about the money anymore. Listen, bro. Plain and simple, flat out, without ever having to say this again. Sinetta came up through fucking stealing people's intellectual property, nigga, and selling that shit. And the people in particular that he did that shit to, we all know. The Delbert Blairs, the Ashwa Quasis, the Phil Valentines, the whoever the fuck that you want to name, he did that shit to. It's not a fucking surprise. It's not a fucking mystery anymore. So you got all these people like Sankofa, Baba TV, all these faggots coming out and fucking caping for this nigga, basically because even though his shit is crumbling, currently he gets more views than them. So since currently he gets more views to them, and I think what a lot of people say is true when they talk about Sinetta being in a sense, being the grand master of all of them. Because they all pay homage to him when they come up. And there's nothing that Sinetta's done for real, to garner that type of respect. And I'm saying this in the sense of, if you've done something to get that respect and gain that respect, then you did it. And I would say it. But you haven't. Yeah, Sankofa is suspect, Tawana. He's suspect as fuck right now. Because the things that he say is true. When he was talking about Poppy, if y'all didn't catch that video when he was talking about Poppy, Sankofa came right out and said that he was proud of Poppy, and it took courage for him to come out and say what he said. And in his words, Sankofa said to come out and speak the truth about something that basically people weren't talking about. So basically, he agrees that Afrika Bambaataa is a fucking homosexual pedophile. That's what he's saying. That Bambaataa is a homosexual pedophile, that he believes that. Now, he's doing that while caping for Sinetta, who's flip-flopping on the whole situation, and then had the nerve to come out and say that, we ain't even heard Bambaataa's side. Well, we haven't heard Bambaataa's side. Why haven't we heard Bambaataa's side? HOK on trial. Let's have that debate. Set that debate up, Sinetta. Set up the HOK on trial. And we'll debate y'all from live streams and shit. He mad at Poppy because Poppy knows he's a fraud. Like, when he first started talking to Sinetta, it was like everybody else. You take him and for what he presents to you, which is this front of this conscious this conscious elder in the community who's just trying to do righteousness and get black people back on track. So that's what he presents himself as, and he purports himself to be in the community. So when people come up to him, they take him as that. They generally take it for what's peace, black conscious. They generally take it for face value. You know what I'm saying? And roll with it until they realize that Sinetta is full of shit. Because Sinetta is full of shit. Everything about him, everything he's presented is bullshit. And he knows it. And so now what he's doing is he's trying to save his platform. Like I said before, I predicted this. I wasn't the only one who was predicting this. Others have predicted this as well, that he would go to certain lengths to try to keep that platform popping, because that platform is all he has as a living. I'm going to say it like this. He already basically came out and told the world that that's his living. Like, that is the fucking way that he pops off. What's up, G?
You hear us?
I'm here with my sister on vacation. What's up, G?
In this one right here, we were just doing the verification.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. But yeah, where he's at right now is he's in dire straits to keep that shit popping. And that platform pays that Benz, the gas he put in that Benz, that platform pay for that shit. Every move that he make, everything that he do, every step that he takes, that platform pays for that shit, yo. Straight like that. That's why I was like, that debate shit falling through and not being able to pop off for him no more is what led to, listen, yo, follow the fucking videos. Like the nigga starts putting together videos where he's literally begging y'all for money on a daily basis. Okay, he's literally begging every time he does a video. If you look in the comment section of his videos, yo, you'll see where people are murdering this nigga. They're dragging this nigga. Like this one dude, I was going to do a fucking video just on the comments inside of his videos in the comment section. And one of the dudes was talking about like, yo, this nigga, he was like, yo, every time I come on your live stream, you begging for money. Every single fucking time. You know what I'm saying? And then you see later down in the comments, he was like, damn, you begging for money again. Basically, the nigga was asking for money again during the fucking video. And that's pretty much what he does. That's pretty much what he does. So you got to ask yourself, why is he doing that? What would lead him to have to start doing this? Well, what's leading him to do that is what? He's actually not putting together debates no more. Notice he's not putting together debates no more because no one's going to them shits. And anytime them shits do come together, it turns out to be some sort of sonetta production where it ends in chaos. It ends in chaos. And it ends not being anything that it was advertised to be. So since he can't put those debates together, he has to beg for money. Notice that when the debates were popping off, was he begging for money all the time? Nah, because he was fucking doing the debates. The fuck? He was eating off of those fucking streams. Like the door is cash in hand. The door money is the money that he could pay everybody that's involved. You know what I'm saying? Like all the people who's involved could get paid off the door money because it was enough to pay everybody who was involved. The stream is where he was eating because it was tons of people who couldn't come, but who was still fucking with the platform and fucking with the whole thing. That, yo, that's what happened. So it's like now that shit's dead. That debate shit is dead, which literally means his channel is dead. Because if he doesn't come out and beg for money, it's over. And then you, exactly, and what info, okay, what info does he give you that he should be charging you for? What info does he provide to you that he should be actually charging you money for that information? For this nigga to come out and say, I'm not giving out the information for free, I want you to be a Patreon, this, that, and the third. What information are you providing to? Because you don't, I told you, man, this nigga is such a fucking scam artist and a hustler. Yo, Sonetta has never gotten on that fucking channel of his and taught anyone anything. Name one thing he got on his channel and taught somebody. I'll wait. Name one thing Sonetta has gotten on his platform and taught the people something that comes from Sonetta's study. Fucking clown, yo. Like, it's clear as day, man. It's clear as day, yo. You're trying to save your platform because it's destroyed. He's never said anything. Now, anything that you even heard that you were ever interested in, that you liked, gravitated to, disliked, or whatever, came from the mouth of somebody else. It is regurgitated. You know what it is? It's so bad that the information is regurgitated, but he's not even regurgitating it. Even still, it's other people doing this shit. It's still, what I'm asking y'all is, tell me something Sonetta said. Tell me something Sonetta said that you gravitated to his platform because he taught you this or was teaching you that. Fuck out of here. That's why I say I think y'all might be misunderstanding my question. This motherfucker has never said anything out of his mouth over a microphone that could be deemed teaching. Ever. How long has he had the platform? How long has he had the platform? He's had that platform for a decade and more. And he's never sat down and said, let's talk about this. Let's have a discussion about that, where no one else is involved other than when he's talking shit about you. Other than when he's calling you a Negro. Peace, welcome in. Other than when he's calling you a Negro and calling you all that shit. Never. He's never openly by him fucking self taught people anything. And that says something about his entire platform to me. If I'm gonna present myself, in a certain way, I'm gonna try to actually be that way. Meaning, Shame TV, I already told you guys, I like to ostracize. I don't go for the let's kill him and let's lock him in a cage. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga, like, because there's way worse things to do to people. And ostracizing them is like really the number one way. Like, whenever they walk, wherever they go, they're known as X, Y, and Z. It's like the scarlet letters to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Not the way they were applying it, but just the aspect of it itself. It's like, every time you see that shit, you already know. You know. It's like, what's that fucking movie, man? Inglourious Bastards. Like, when fucking Brad Pitt was carving fucking swastikas into all the Nazis' heads. Like, nigga, like saying basically, when you survive this war, you ain't gonna just blend back in with people like they do. What do? Blend in with people. Right now, you got Cynthia G, who's doing, she's done multiple videos on Polite. Before, it's been 2 years, and she's done nothing about this nigga. Why? Because he's been blending in. As far as she was concerned, he was just some dude up there teaching on that platform or whatever. She didn't know what we know about him. She don't know what we know he is and how he really is and what he's really portraying. She didn't know that shit. So it's like, now the blend in ain't even working no more. The fucking blend in ain't even working no more. That's why I said, man, these niggas is done. These niggas is done. And it's like him begging for the platform is just, that's so refreshing. Now, I don't want it to sound like I'm hating on you, Sinetta, by saying it's refreshing. What I mean by it's refreshing is, when I say the things I say, it's not to be hating on you. The shit is to be pushing the narrative for our people that we're not going to accept fucking scam artists anymore. We're not going to accept people just telling us we from Africa and not providing any proof. We're not going to accept just none of the fuckery. We're not going to accept you holding back information about people. We're not going to accept any of that shit anymore. None of that's acceptable anymore. And so you have been exposed. The moment you open, I take it back to what I said on this channel in multiple videos. The day you said what you said about Sarah Seti's mother and Young Pharaoh's mother over a fucking debate, dog, you were dead, yo. Like I keep saying, there's no coming back from that, and you never even tried to come back from that. Peace, welcome. Yeah, you never really apologized for that fully. You never showed any sincerity. Like, yo, I didn't really mean that shit, G. I shouldn't have said that, yo. Like, I don't like whatever. I'ma fall back from my channel for a while, man, because that's not something I should have did. That's not something I should have said. Like, yo, you never do shit like that. You never did that. So the fact that you never did that, yo, lets me know that you didn't give a fuck. That's why I said the shit you said to Poppy the other day. I don't give a fuck what happened to you. Yeah, I know you don't give a fuck what happened to him. You was waiting for the opportunity to tell that truth that you don't give a fuck what happened to him. You was waiting to tell that truth, nigga. You was looking for a reason, and he basically gave you a reason by seeing who you really were and exposing you for who you really were, as far as he was concerned. That's all it is to it. It could be a lot more, but it's not. And now that old man is over there, y'all, begging for his fucking platform. He's growing dreads now. He's turning Rasta. Bumbaklat Raskas 102. Welcome everybody to Raskas. Bumbaklat. Impotent 102. I'm gonna have to remix that song he got. How he do it for the people. We gonna have to put a fucking reggaeton beat on that shit. This nigga's growing dreads now. This shit is crazy. He's revamping himself. He's going through a midlife crisis or elderly life crisis. YouTube is no place for old men. I told you that. There's no country for old men, yo. There's no country for old men. What we got popping right now is reality-based shit. And you've already been caught staging shit. And your arrogance won't allow you to be sincere and apologize. His arrogance will not allow it. So that means you can never come back. Never. Tommy Sotomayor is his friend. They're all peas in a pot. If you ask me personally, I always look at it like they're all the same. Tommy Sotomayor is a fucking he's one of those guys who would like to, in my opinion, who would love to have sex with minors. With all the things that go on today, with all the things that are going on in the world, that's his focus. He likes young broads. Yeah, he gonna apologize one day when he hits flat bottom. Dark man, when he hits flat bottom, he'll apologize some more. But it's all a ploy, it's all a tactic, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that it's a tactic and it's a ploy lets me know that you'll do it. He'll do it. He'll apologize. He'll come out. He'll make a whole motherfucking live stream about that shit. That nigga make a whole fucking live stream about how he's sorry all this shit went down. He's done it before, but he never fucking really gave it his all because he felt like he Sarnetta, nigga, and he ain't got to do nothing. I'm Sarnetta. Yeah, I said it. Like that type of fuck shit. Yeah, my battery's good. And when you do shit like that, man, you get exposed for that shit eventually. Telling somebody's mom suck your dick, you a piece of shit. And then got the nerve to tell me that you teaching me when you got probably literally 1,000 or so videos, probably more. And I can't point to one video that you ever sat down, you by your fucking self, nigga, when you see this shit. You by your fucking self. I've never seen you by your fucking self sit down and teach anybody a motherfucking thing, Sarnetta. The only time you talk by yourself to the people is when you calling them fucked up ass Negroes, or you're begging them for money, or you're doing both simultaneously. Shame. What up, D Prince? I put some fruit in my wine. My sister had some real red wine. It wasn't like that cheap shit. It was like real shit. That bitter tasting shit. But it was delicious. Especially when I put the fruit in it. What up, Doran? Peace, peace, peace. Welcome. Yeah. This shit is over, man. It's too many things that can be done with a large platform like that. That's why I said I'm pushing my platform for at least the time I'm in. I'm still up here in Boston. I want to have at least 150 more subscribers when I go home. I'm gonna really start dedicating myself to my page to putting more content out. Having more discussions, especially on the same level of shame, but we'll move it along to other things, you know what I mean? Like all these coons running around and caping for Europeans the way that they're doing, which is just absolutely devastating to our community and our efforts to try to move forward. The slavery lies. All these lies about how I'm a slave and how I'm from Africa and how everybody's just from Africa. Like this whole side of the planet got all types of caverns and buried bodies and carvings all over but it was empty, void of people. Like all these fucking lies. We got plenty of shaming to do, but we ain't finished with you. We ain't finished with you because you keep putting out videos, and I told you you're retired. YouTube is no place for old men. It's just not. It's no country for old men. Your old tactics are being sniffed out by the youngsters. And they're way younger than me. But I'm just still young enough to call you old, fucker. And I think you're despicable in everything that you stand for. And when you try to get people to rally to your side, you know what I mean? Like, even with his beef with Poppy, you notice that you all knew that somebody else was going to be involved. As soon as Poppy did a video about Sarnetta and exposing how he really felt about him, in the way Sarnetta really is, once he realized it just takes people time to realize how you really are. The moment that happened, we all knew that somebody was going to be involved in that shit because Sarnetta does not handle beef by himself. Sarnetta always gets somebody else to come in and fuck with the beef for him. Or with him. Every time. Never does Sarnetta come out and straight give you something. I keep telling you, man, he needs somebody. The reason why he needs somebody is because he can't even talk. Like, if you listen to him talk long enough, he's gonna start, okay, how about, I'm terribly sorry, y'all. We're gonna keep it going. I'm out of town. I still gotta answer the phone though. I'm still ain't done though. Nothing happened. I just went to a commercial. I should have called that shit a scheduled commercial break. But yeah, man, this isn't gonna end. It's all. And speaking factually, that's all, bro. People want to make more out of Africa than it needs to be made out of. The world is the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, parts of the world are parts of the world. So I don't understand the point of focusing on not only just focusing on Africa, but focusing on Egypt. Like, we can't even talk about nothing but Egypt. There's nothing else going on in the world but Egypt. And we can't assume that these Egyptians were who they said they were, that they're being purported to be. And that's my whole thing with scholarship. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the reasons why I chose to fall back from that realm for a while. It wasn't never going to be permanently. It's never going to be permanently. It's just I fell back because I've done it a lot. Like, when people start talking, nothing is generally new to me. I have a general idea of what they're talking about because I've heard something or ran across something about that shit from somewhere before. Every time. That's why it's not surprising. That's why I'm the same person who could listen to, let's say, Asir the Duke of Tears. A brother like that. I'm the same person who could listen to Asir the Duke of Tears and Taj Tariq Bey and Young Pharaoh simultaneously. Because I've heard it all before. And in my opinion, it all circulates and comes back to one. It's all one big, everyone is, to me, has a part of the truth. You know what I mean? Just like Africa is a part of the world, everyone has a part of the world. Everybody has a part of the truth. And it's just accepting each other's truth and knowing when it's not true, knowing when it's fucking horseshit, knowing when it's, deception. What up, Root? Peace. Knowing when it's deception. And that's the main problem that goes on in our community is we need to start identifying deceivers. And it's a hard thing to do because niggas could be real good at that shit. Niggas could be really, really, really good at deceiving people. And the one in question that the one in point of focus that we're talking about tonight is Sonetta, who's been very, 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 very skilled at fucking people over. He's taken that shit to a new level. He's added a new level of I'm going to say this. Right now, there's at least 30 to 40 other platforms that have at least 1,000 subscribers or better that will openly kiss Sonetta's ass. And that includes peace. That includes the Tahaka Bays. That includes all of them. All of these people got platforms. Red pill, blue pill, blah, blah, blah. All of these people have platforms and they kiss Sonetta's ass. All of them. All of them basically are under his control. So how can you trust them? You're not going to tell me, nigga, Tahaka Bay. You're not going to tell me you always present yourself as a Baltimore street type dude, turn righteous into the Muslim shit and all that shit, like into the Moorish science and all of that. Yeah, he got a video of a brother about to fight because he's begging for views. But Tahaka Bay, you do all of that shit, man. Say all of that shit. You're not gonna tell me that you're not aware of Sonetta's fuck with me. There ain't no way you gonna say you're not aware of that shit. What's going on? Chillin'. Yeah, there's no way in hell you gonna say that you don't know what his son that is really doing. So, you know, come on, guys. What more do we have to say? They're gonna help him until they see helping him is no longer profitable. Like I said, the ones who will be with Sinetta to the end will be Baba TV and Reggie. Everybody else is gonna move out. Everybody else is moving on anyway. You hear Sankofa out there preaching hawks or hawked or whatever the thing that he was, the acronym. It's an acronym, and like we don't know it's an acronym. I would listen to that nigga more if he didn't talk so much. But anyway, he got his own little movement he trying to push, I guess, or it could just be lip service to try to do the same thing everybody else is doing. Create a YouTube page, create a platform, say that you got boots on the ground, because he said that shit like 19 times. Shame. Nigga said that shit like 19 times, nigga. Boots on the ground, boots on the ground, boots on the ground. So he's going to present himself as a man out here with boots on the ground for the people. What is it supposed to be called? Health and wealth, knowledge of self, some shit like that. Again, yo, dazzle, dazzle, dazzle. Whenever some shit rhyme, whenever somebody's talking about shit that they don't know nothing about, like tell me when the fuck Sankofa become a fucking health specialist. When, nigga? When the fuck you become a health specialist? Exactly, shots. I put my boots on the motherfucking ground when I take my ass to work and take my little check and pay my little bills and take the rest of my little check and try to do something for my family and then take the rest of it and try to put it towards whatever goals and dreams that I got. Peace, peace, welcome. So that's what we all trying to do. We don't need no fucking sorry ass old man coming on a fucking platform telling somebody that we is sorry ass Negroes because we won't donate him money. And then the reason why he feels that we sorry ass Negroes for not donating him money is because we're not paying homage to him for taking other people's intellectual property against their fucking will, because we all know that Aswar Kwesi was vehemently against Sonetta using and or selling his shit, because he didn't come to him and make a deal with him to sell his property so that Aswar would get money and he would get money. So he's mad that you will not pay homage for his thievery of Bobby Hemmitt's work, Phil Valentine, Aswar Kwesi, Delbert Blair, and the list goes on and on. Ray Hagens when he was popping, Sarasu and Seti. The list goes on and on. The list goes on and fucking on. This is what you did. And you mad and calling me a nigga, calling me a sorry ass nigga, and the rest of the people sorry ass niggas for not giving you $5. You niggas can't even give me $5. Why the fuck is you asking for $5 when you got the master plan to everything, nigga? The nigga with the master plan to everything shouldn't need $5 from somebody. Shame. That go against your master plan ism. Fuck we gonna give you money for? So you could do a fucking we talking about people begging and trying their best to plead for their platforms, and we asking them why are you doing that? That shit is dead. We trying to let them know that shit is over. Why are you still doing this? You're wasting your time. You're just embarrassing yourself. You're humiliating yourself. You're making it way worse. You're building yourself in what is now called the sunken place, where you will never be able to remove yourself from. You growing dreads and turning into a shock jock. Next, he gonna change his name from Sarnetta. Told you, it ain't Black News 102 no more. It's Bombaclad Raskas 102. Sarnetta, you a funny ass fucker, man. You was recording niggas fighting, yo. I seen that video. You a dipshit. And that shit was perfect. Prime fucking opportunity. Perfect prime opportunity for you to do something different. It was perfect prime opportunity for you to even, like your photo ops and shit that you fuck with. That was a perfect photo op for you. Two brothers out there fighting. I would have thought the shit was contrived. Let me be honest before I even go on with this. If he had did that shit, I would have thought that shit was contrived. Like, wow, conveniently two niggas out here fighting, and here comes old ass half a dread beginner dread as Sarnetta coming over there breaking it up. This nigga got beginner dreads in his head. You 55 years old, G, and you come on, man. You working on beginner dreads. What up, Tasha? We talking about Sarnetta and his starter dreads. His beginner dreads. Yo, Tasha, this nigga got starter dreads at 55. What is going on in New York, yo? He never taught. Thank you for saying that, yo. That's my whole point, yo. That's my whole point, yo. He's never taught anything. That's what I should have entitled the video. What has Sarnetta ever taught? Like, think of the countless videos that he's done. Name one time on one of them fucking videos that this nigga was sitting down for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes just teaching you. Like, yo, and the history of this is such and such and such, and then it coincides with this, and this blah, blah, blah. His perspective or something. Think of that. Just think of that. Hope I don't go bald, y'all. Them dreads ain't gonna save that bald spot. That's all you doing. And then look how black they are. Beeswax the fuck out of them shits. And then he spray painted over him. Nigga, we know you got gray hair. That shit sprinkled all over your fucking beard. Fuck is you hiding? Just for man ass nigga. You look inside that his fucking cabinet, it's nothing but just for men and ulcer pills. Let me stop, man. I was supposed to be semi-serious on this, y'all. Fucking old bastard. That nigga's fucking filthy, man. He's fucking filthy, fucking old fucking sorry. Spent all this time lying a nigga's ass, nigga, yo. You spent all this time lying. All this time. Again, the reason I get so agitated is because with that platform, you could have worked wonders, bro. By right now, 2017, Black News 102 should be a real shit. Even if he had the same shit he was doing, putting together debates, putting together. All the other shit he was doing, like even if he was still doing that, man, Black News still could have had an official news channel where they had a fucking table in the background and motherfuckers in suits and giving real news, vans and reporters and the whole nine. It is not hard to do something like that if that's really what you were after. And you had the opportunity, meaning you had the platform and you had the financial backing to do these things. You did actually have the backing and the money to get shit popping. And you chose not to do that shit. And now all of that shit is biting you in your ass, and now you're mad, and you still doing the same shit, going to get help every time you get in trouble, every time something happens, every time something needs to be said, other than talking shit about black people and begging for money. If it's not that, anything that needs to be said on your platform, either said with you and somebody else or by somebody else. And right now, the by somebody else, we're talking about in the case of Poppy, is Sankofa. Sankofa, you have nothing to do with that shit. Nothing to do with that shit. The only thing you had to do with that shit is what you said when you opened up and started talking, and you spent the first... When you spent the first, 5 minutes of the fucking video, you spent 5 minutes of the fucking video, the first 5 minutes, literally swinging from Sanetta's dick hairs. And I mean literally swinging from his dick hairs. You were riding Sanetta like he was a stallion. You was bigging this nigga up like he was literally your spiritual father. And we all know, Shame TV's watched that as of to date, October 3rd. Nothing has ever been presented. So what the fuck is niggas going off of? How does one become your teacher and the bringer of light to the people when everything he brought was through trickery and deceit, meaning deceiving the people whose information he was actually presenting because they weren't given anything? I heard Delbert Blair talk about Sanetta. I heard Ask Why Quasi have beef with Sanetta. I heard Phil Valentine say shit about Sanetta before. I've heard countless elders whose information that Sanetta hustled and peddled for years. This nigga, dog, listen, y'all gotta peep game on this shit. This nigga is, these people are, Ask Why Quasi, let's say Double Blend and Ask Why Quasi, let's take those two, and Bobby Hemmett. They're all popular, they're all known. These three brothers literally traveled the world. These three brothers put everything they had into being a scholastic giant to be able to come back to their people and present shit. That's what was popping. And they actually did that. Okay. Yeah, and it actually happened. And like that shit, as far as I'm concerned, like that takes fucking ability, and I big them up for that. And I appreciate them doing that shit. I appreciate basically everything I've learned from them. But for this nigga to go in his home and take all the information that they put together and sit on that fucking couch in front of a fucking burner, DVD burner, and burn all these niggas' hard work and fucking effort. That's what he did. He burned all their hard work, all their determination, all the effort, all their worldly travels, all of that shit. He burned all of that shit and fucking sold that shit. And once confronted by these people, he did the same thing he does right to this day. He calls you a hater. He calls them haters. Tell them that they work ain't they work. So let me get this straight. Some fucking nigga named Filthy Frank from the West Side, who's choosing to take my intellectual property, sit in his living room, burn that shit on DVDs, put prices on the DVDs, go outside, hang up pictures of black people all over the wall to attract people to the fucking table and sell my shit, has the audacity and the nerve to fucking tell me my work ain't my work. Sinetta, you have balls on you, G. But we're used to this now. We're used to this now. He should have given it away if that's what you were really trying to just share the information. I bet Ashwa Kwesi would have been pissed that you're just handing his shit away because maybe he would like to deliver his work the way he wants to deliver his work. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure, he would have been way more satisfied with the fact that you were just giving it away so people would be enlightened versus actually coming up off this nigga. Then when confronted, tell him it ain't your fucking work. Wow. What up, Keisha Ray? Wow. This is why I retired him, because that's old senile shit. When you start doing shit like that, man, it's time for you to go to the senile home, to the old folks home. You're a kooky old man. You're a kooky old man. You'll say things that you shouldn't say, and times you should not say them. You'll do that all the time. You'll continue to do that. There'll never be a time now. At 55 years old, bitch, you ain't about to change. To even suggest that you're changing and that you will change is... And that is my signal to get ready to end this stream because of my battery. But to even insinuate to us that you're going to change is just another slap in the face. It's just another slap in the face. Live from Boston right now. Actually, I'm in Brockton right this moment. But I'll be in Boston tomorrow. It's just like up the street, nigga. Just get on, you know what I mean? It's not. But up here, we're like, kind of big on that, nigga. Like, Boston is Boston and not Boston is not Boston. But it's all the same shit. Oh, man. I'm enjoying myself. I'm going to do some daytime live streams. I'm going to probably try to go to the gym tomorrow, so I'll do one from there. Yeah. It's going to be fun. He's beyond a piece of crap. This nigga's a fucking... Like I said, man, like the begging for your platform, and then the way that you beg for your platform. You beg for your platform by talking shit to people. Like, how does that work, nigga? How you gonna talk shit to me and then beg for my and then beg me for money and then say if I don't give it to you, like, what are you trying to guilt me into shit? Why would you try to guilt me into something? Why would you try to guilt me into giving you money? You should have legitimate reasons for me to give you money. Like, I could turn on your fucking videos and look through the fucking 1,000 videos that your old ass did and point out at least one time you sat down and did a video by yourself without somebody else on the stream, without somebody else in that room on that fucking nasty ass couch. I want to see one time you did that. You just put on your fucking video camera and started talking and taught somebody something. The only time you ever talk by yourself is when you talking shit to black people and begging for money. Cause that's what begging ass niggas do. You got a nerve to insult people who actually still have a job and get up and go to work every day. Some people who really want their own business, but at the moment they can't because they're stuck surviving with the job that they have. And you gonna fucking sit on your fucking high ass fucking donkey, because it ain't a horse, or you gonna come around on your high donkey and talk shit and say how they working for the white man. You and that sorry fucking skinny fucking scam artist, nobody knows your name ass, got 5 wives and 1 child ass nigga. Impotent, illustrious, grand impotent. He will not reproduce. As they say in Game of Thrones, nigga, the seed is strong. But when it comes to polite, the seed is not strong. Nigga, I had 3 kids in 2 years, motherfucker. And you got 4 wives and 1 child. Shame, man. Shame. You damn shame, polite. You was a sorry fucker. But you get it from your daddy, Sarnetta. He's a sorry bastard too. Oh, fuck ass, retired ass nigga. I told you retired. And you bringing your ass back on YouTube. Who told you to come back on YouTube? They let you out those old folks home that fast. They ain't let you out that fast, nigga. You ain't get evaluated that fast. There's no way. Fuck you doing? You're done. You been caught telling black women to suck your dick. Mothers. For no other reason than they pissed you off. You been caught calling your right-hand men liars and scam artists and saying they don't have an honest bone in their body and all of that shit. And then you turn right the fuck around, dog, and sit up with them and have debates with them and promote them in the whole 9. You've been caught staging debates, staging beefs, creating controversy so that you can capitalize on that shit. That's why y'all was really mad at Ray Hagins, which he gives people enough reasons to be mad at him. But you niggas, that's why y'all was really mad at Ray Hagins, nigga. What's up, Parch? They was really mad at Ray Hagins because he didn't go along with that shit. Once Ray Hagins got there and seen what y'all was really doing, and that's Ray Hagins, that slimy piece of shit. He even didn't really want no part of you motherfuckers once he got there and realized what it was you were trying to do. You caught on every circle, every turn, nigga, everywhere you go. You caught, you done. Everywhere. Now you've been caught begging people for money after all the shit you said and done. Shame TV East Watch. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be right back at you. Shame.